Good afternoon, everybody. It is Thursday, one of my favorite days on the Long Island Breakfast Club show. We have a great, talented individual here today, George. I'm going to let you say his name.
Uh-oh, I'm going to get in trouble. George Zouvelos.
Zouvelos.
Zouvelos. See, I always say it, Bob.
Zouvelos.
It's okay. Join the masses. They always say it wrong. It's okay.
I do it all
As long
the
as
time.
they buy the
He is
movie.
a writer. He's a director. He's a producer. He does everything. He's a native New Yorker. I love native New Yorkers. He's an award-winning filmmaker. And you were studying at the New York Film Academy, acting at the Film Institute, John Jay College of Criminal Justice. What does this mean? Your creative ability, your voice is deeply rooted in the New York experience. What does that mean?
Same as you. Same as Fran. Same as everybody. If you're from here, you are deeply rooted in the traditional New Yorker experience.
And I like the way you said it, New Yorker.
New Yorkers.
And I like that because you kind of live the pressures and the things that go on all over the city. And I'm not, that's for Suffolk, but your city, I'm assuming, right? You live in Queens or?
I do. I live in Astoria.
Oh, Astoria, where all the fish you could eat is amazing.
It's top dollar.
Yes. And I feel that way about where I live, Nassau County, Suffolk County. I tried to become the I Love Long Island lady. And I know how to say it, Long Island.
Long Island.
Long
Yes.
But I couldn't get it. I didn't get it. But I do love Long Island, and I've been
So
here
do I.
forever. You know?
Everybody has deeply rooted things that come from New York. The idea was I was afforded the opportunity through God's providence to work in different parts of emergency services.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Starting off when I was younger, I was part of the Astoria Volunteer Ambulance Corps.
Oh, that's
And before that,
education right there.
sure.
Yeah.
And before that, I was in the Boy Scouts from the St. Demetrius of Astoria
Oh,
Cathedral. And if you want to raise good kids and you want to give them the ability to have their own self-produced empathy and humanity,
and be a real person with
have them go work at a hospice, have them go work at a nursing home like I did.
Right.
Watch the elderly, the infirm, people that led long lives as New Yorkers. Some of them who fought in the Great Wars, Vietnam, and learn how to feel for the other person
so true.
without fabricating the fake Hollywood, how are you, you know.
Yeah. The
We
phone.
weren't raised that way.
No.
You know, I remember when my grandmothers were alive, we used to go and kiss her hand. Hi, Grandma, how are you? Because that's how
And
we
the
were taught.
men that kiss each other.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's all part of the real deal here, you know.
Now they do it more than ever.
Well,
Yeah.
that's true.
What are you going to do?
But you know, I have this other lady sitting here who I've known for, 5 years.
Longer than that.
Fran Sonera. I knew her when she had the laundromat. I know her as an actor, an interviewer. I know she cooks. She used to cook on the show here for me
I
once
cooked
or
for
twice.
you guys, right? The
sure
cast?
did.
Self-employed, everything, casting.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming back, Fran.
Thanks. Thanks for having
She's
me.
my kind of lady. She
Fran's a good egg.
She talks the real deal.
Yes, exactly.
And
Tell it as it is.
I like the way she, and I saw the film. I mean, the film Once a Week for Life. What a title.
Yeah.
How much fun did you have doing that?
It was great working with George.
Thank you.
I have never been on a set where I felt so comfortable. I felt like I was just
And it's
hanging
not
out.
always comfortable in the beginning.
No.
Because I know, I've been doing this now 4 years in films. And if it wasn't for Jerry Ferretti, which I don't know if you ever met him,
I have.
he's who taught me everything. And he really taught me by pushing me. And look what I'm doing now. I mean, a few things. And it's really good at my age to be able to do this. And you probably feel the same way, right?
Yeah, no, I do. But when I worked with George, I was out of the limelight, I call it, for a while because I just was getting tired of the same old things,
Well, you
clicks and
did-
so on.
Yeah, well, that happens.
And
in this
he
business.
came in with a very different perspective of the way it should be. And when he was on set, he was there, he was involved, and we all felt comfortable. It was the best.
Fran, A lot of the actors say that, and that's because I want real, raw, organic acting. I don't want
Right.
pretentiousness.
Right.
You know what the character's about. Nobody had the script, the full script. They had their scene.
Yeah, no, so nobody really saw the whole thing.
Nobody did, except one or two people that were internally. And what I wanted for Fran is I cast Fran for Fran.
Because of who she is and how she comes across.
That's the attitude I want to be somebody that I had a relationship with, even if I was drunk, because she's sweet and she's a New Yorker, and you can see the relationship. Fran's she's an estranged wife of one of the maid guys in the film, and it just makes it very interesting because the juxtaposition between me and that person, it couldn't be further apart. Not only in height, but also in the degree of education and attitude and public service. This guy's in the other direction. He went the other way, right? So I thought Fran was perfect for that.
Well,
in
she
fact,
was.
we got a lot of people from Long Island to come help, and we just had a good time filming it. And that's the fun part.
But when you go for the casting, you do actually the interviews, or do you have a?
I cast everybody in the
Yourself.
film, and actually, some of the script, most of it is written with actors in mind, like Armin Garrow, right? He was in The Departed, he was in The Sopranos, he was in the Academy Award-winning film Coda, Vinyl, and a litany of other. I mean, Armin is a force to be reckoned with. Just looking at him, and you get shivers up your spine.
Yeah.
But he's a former lieutenant from Rhode Island. He's a champion kickboxer. A lot of things people don't know about
I didn't know
Armin,
that.
and he's an outstanding human being. And he has his background to back him is a beautiful person called Mona, his wife, and Mona is a force to be reckoned with. And between the two of them, they've been amongst other people like the Jiminy Cricket of the film, of how we're gonna.
Yeah.
How we're gonna yin and yang it to provide the maximum entertainment. And one thing is, I don't like cliche anything. That's the exception, not the rule.
And do you let your actors kind of say something maybe that wasn't in the script?
Sure, and if I don't like it, I don't use
You
it.
just take it out, right? I like that, but some filmmakers don't like that. Depends.
Well,
They get a little bent about it.
The one thing is, the critics have said it's real raw. I was able to capture, to some extent, New York in the mason jar, because you have people that speak like I do, like you do. We're not putting in an accent and saying, "Oh, really bag of dog." We're not like that.
Right.
And
Yes.
there's no stereotypes. There's no disparaging against any culture. We celebrate our humanity, and we just speak. We do the way we do because we're from here.
because you're natural.
Exactly.
All natural.
Right. Yeah, be yourself.
Now, Al Sapienza,
Love them.
I love that man, but he's not related to the Sapienza Bakery, is he?
I have no idea.
But because I always go to the bakery and I
Might
say,
be.
I'm going to see your uncle in a movie. And he goes, what are you talking about?
It's
But-
a popular name, but he's the hardest working man in Hollywood.
I know. Is he in Queens, California? Where is he?
Manhattan. He's
Manhattan.
between Manhattan and
Well,
he's a
Al
great singer.
Sapienza, I want to meet you. We'll meet at the bakery, okay? And we'll have a cup of coffee. But anyway, you have a lot of great people in the film. Do we want to see a little shot? What do we want to do first?
Whatever's comfortable
All
for you
right, Bobby, what do you say? Let's see a little drama here. So yeah, I mean, Susan and I were so happy to be there, and in the beginning it was very dark. The movie was a little dark.
It matches the main character's retelling of the story.
Yes,
Right.
but for me, I'm like, how did they film this? in
The main
dark?
character was high and drunk the entire time. So
Right, high
as he
and
starts to sober up,
Yeah, let's play it. Yeah, and so that part, I want to see it again. I'm going to see it again now.
buy it, Amazon Prime.
Yes, I will.
Huh? What was that? Huh?
It's about this Lieutenant Galanis.
Of course I made his envelope heavy. But this guy's kind of ornery.
No need to hide from the big bad wolf, Father.
I don't want this guy anywhere near my family.
He's not even a hello all night.
If Galanis were dead, he'd still be no good.
I didn't do anything wrong.
He's going to psych evaluate you off the job first chance he gets.
Well, for what?
It's illegal for us to come with unfounded conclusions.
That's right.
Remember me now, you motherfucker.
And I don't care.
No! Adam,
What did you
just say?
You're my reliable informant, right?
Eve?
Yeah.
My name's Adam.
You're married. Ragaiduri?
Wait a minute. My son a nutcase?
Available now to rent or buy on your favorite video platform.
Wow. Love it. As soon as I saw it again, I'm like, I gotta watch the movie again.
I love that trailer.
You have actors that have appeared in over 200 Academy Award, Primetime Emmy, Screen Actors Guild, People's Choice Awards. I think some of the things that they were in have 2 Grammys. And you marry them with you marry these actors with people like myself, like Jimmy Schertz, Arthur Hugh, Fran, and others, and Diana Durango. People like Dick Grant Tulane, who was in The Night Agent and G.I. Joe, and just so many. You know, he's a London stage actor, and Daniel Roebuck and John Fiore, and you know, Paul Borghese, Tony Darrow.
Yes.
I said Al Sapienza, Lou Martini, Artie Pasquale.
Oh, I know Artie because he was in the Fontana.
He's a good egg, Artie's a good
Hey,
egg.
Artie.
He's one of my biggest supporters, Artie. Calls me to see how I'm doing. I tell you, and some of the actors, you know, and some that are more notable, it was amazing to see the actors that were not as notable step up their game.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Fran. She was great.
Fran was always great.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, you were
best-
great in the.
it was
You
the
did
best
what you were
time.
supposed to do.
But you know, it's nothing like when you first see the film, right?
Right,
Like,
right.
you know, you guys are used to it all the time, you know. I don't know, you know. We're just getting into this for the last few years. And when you see the film on the screen, it's like, shit, I really did it. It really does a lot for you, doesn't it?
Yeah, no. I mean, I've been doing this a very long
I know
time,
you have,
since
yeah.
the 70s, but this is the first film that I've been in that I actually feel like I was myself. I felt alive in my part. I felt like I lived my part. I wasn't acting.
You were Fran.
I just felt like I was just there.
And you
hanging
did
out.
and you did a great job. And it's, as filmmaker, as actors, it doesn't make a difference how we feel about, because we're always the hardest on ourselves.
Right.
It doesn't make a difference if I like it. It's
Right.
what my audience feels. And
That's true. If people like it, right?
Right. Not everybody's going to like it.
No, of course not.
If you want to see a high body count or gratuitous breast, that's not me.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, well, let's see.
No.
I might have
No, what I'm saying is it doesn't have. It's MA rated because it has uncelebrated drug use, and we speak about
It's life.
something that's very underlying throughout the whole film, and that is people have problems, real problems,
That's
and
very
like the
true.
main character, undiagnosed PTSD.
Yeah.
They have emotional abuse from spouses, whether you're male or female. You have drug abuse. You have alcoholism. You have addiction and vice that also sometimes has to do with a little bit of mental illness.
Yes, which is so popular right now.
Yeah, well, we're not celebrating it.
No,
We're-
but it's there.
it's there, but it's masked in entertainment,
Yeah.
and it's supposed to not celebrate it, but bring it to the forefront. The way Adam treats his wife is emotional abuse.
Yeah.
The way Diana Durango's husband, who's played by Anthony Polino, treats her cold, indifferent, has let her on for 18 years. She wants to have a baby because I don't want to have kids no more. You know, that's that deception.
Right.
You know, there's an old saying. It was a Greek saying. It says, when you marry someone, you call that person that individual your person. You're my person. That is you can't say that about everybody. You know, you pick a partner and you try to celebrate your life. You know, my wife turned to me the other day. You know, we've tasted everything that's sweet and bitter so far. We have 4 children.
4 children. Wow.
And we celebrate both our parents. Her mom is alive and my mom is alive, thank God. And I hope
God
that
bless them both.
God keep them well and strong. We want to have them around a long time. But both our fathers are dead. And we mourn them, you know, almost every day. And it's been a while for both of us. But life is to celebrate the living
That's true.
and pray for the dead because they can't pray for themselves.
But the memories keep you going.
That's it.
After the first year, the memories suck.
Fran, you're in the film and I'm in the film. It's going to be there forever. We're
I
not
know.
going to be here forever.
I know. We'll be in
And
the world forever.
And that's why it's important.
Right.
when we do filmmaking, at least from my group, George Zouvelos is my director of photography. I had excellent colorist, Pedro Pimentel. My editor is like my little brother. You know, it's Bill Galatas. He does like we call Billy. You know, by way of Winchester, Massachusetts, and he lives up in Washington Heights now. The idea is you take how you want to make the film, and you listen to people like the amazing actor Dick Grantulane. You listen to John Copolos, who was in The Shape of Water. I think he was in One Life to Live too. I mean, he's a heartthrob.
Oh yeah, he was been in Totally.
You know, and he was in The Umbrella Academy, and he was in Weird Science, and he was in Breakfast Club. Danny Roebuck, who was with Harrison Ford in The Fugitive. Oksana Lada, who was Tony Soprano's Kumar.
Yes.
You know, who's an amazing actress. You just have so many actors that you look at, and they'll tell you, Dick Grant would be, you know, he'll have a line, let's say yeah or whatever. He won't say it. His face says it.
Right. Right.
So
that's when you know you have a real
as a writer, when as a director, when you have an actor who delivers much more than what you have ink on parchment, you're so gratified because some of these scenes turned out so much better than what they were written, thanks to the actors that are in the film.
Is it more difficult though to do it in the dark?
Was it in the dark?
It seems like that to me. I mean, I don't know. It was so dark, you know. No, I don't mean dark. I mean dark in every way.
When you watch it on Amazon Prime or Apple TV, it doesn't seem as dark.
Okay, all right.
And the sound is so much better.
Right.
Because, you know, what they showed in this theater was like 1080.
Yes.
2160 tops. You're going to see it, you know, we send it to them in 4K.
Right.
You know, in 5.1 surround sound, you know. I even have it in Dolby Atmos for the systems that can actually play it. The idea is you can hear it, even when people whisper, because our genre of individuals, and I say from 35, 40 and over, our hearing ain't the best. Okay.
Yeah,
so, and I listen to my mom, I listen to my wife, could you turn that up? You don't need to turn my thing up because it's already where it's at a respectable level. Like by the time you go to halfway, you can hear the conversation.
Right.
And that was important to me. So very much this film was catered to an audience that appreciates traditional, real, and raw New York City storytelling without the pretentiousness and the stereotypes that are common in these films. People ask me, what's your favorite crime film? I say, it's Godfather 1 and 2. You know, my directing has been described as a little bit Sidney Lumet, a lot of John Cassavetes, the storytelling like Scorsese, a little bit of Tarantino, and early Coppola. I mean, I'm flattered, but you know, my set design was New York City is our
the streets
is our scenes are based on, it's our palette.
Your natural scene.
Natural scenes, the scene with in the pizzeria. I mean, it looks so organic.
Yeah.
That's Andrea Yordanova. She's out in L.A. She's an actor, but she's also a model, and she flew in for our premiere in Manhattan, on the red carpet premiere at Cinema Village we had, and that's where we had all the press and all the.
That was a great night.
You know, and that's why Variety wrote about us. That's why.
Yeah.
National Enquirer and everybody. And I didn't expect that. I was besides myself. I just wanted to have an event where we can introduce the film, which is as perfectly imperfect as the rest of us.
But you did, and you know what a nice surprise that was.
And it's part one of 3.
It was a bonus, right?
So the second film is due, which is the continuation of the first one. But he's like, oh, you got to release it. Yeah, we'll release it at the end of the year. You know, give it some time. Let this film.
You know, saturate, right?
Well, people need to, and unless people know about the film,
it
could be the
really
best film. It could be the best film, and I can't tell you that it is, because I like films like The Revenant and Goodfellas, you know.
Goodfellas is my favorite.
Yeah.
I think I've seen it about 100 times already.
Yeah, but as a filmmaker trying to recreate that, it's almost criminal, because, like The Sopranos, I mean, it was done.
Yes.
And I don't know if people realize The Sopranos was 60 minutes, and like 40 minutes of it, people were just talking.
Yeah.
Well, so it was really talking real stuff. I mean,
well, life happens, and
exactly.
You know, Hollywood tries to hide it. I think in the movies of late, they get to the transactional part of a scene with the lead actors, but the lesser actors, meaning the ones that don't have such, because there's no such thing as a small part, that don't have the more screen time, they're kind of discarded. So, but the scene with me and Fran, me being the male lead, and Fran being in the cast, she was as important as I was in that scene,
Right.
and that was the whole idea.
Well, that's why, you guys, all of you, work so well together, and people adore you. On that note, we gotta have a little saluta
There's
here.
a little grappa. What's this?
Yeah, it's what nice Cavit Pinot Grigio.
Oh, salute.
Salute.
Let's take a picture. Hold on.
There you
go. Hey.
Salute.
In Irish, you say shalanta. What do you say in Greek?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruce.
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 Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Another thing, everyone in our show gets Italian bread. Because on this show, we break bread with everyone.
Right.
So this bread is for you to take home and break with your wife, your mom.
I have
anybody
nice
you want.
Italian salted butter at home.
Oh, that's the best.
It's
Bread and
forget
butter.
about it.
Now, the only other
Salted
thing you
butter.
can get with is peppers.
We have them at home. Roasted peppers.
Yes.
Oh, I love
My father used to kill my mother by bushels of peppers
I love
in a
them.
little apartment. Sands in the whole house.
We get our mozzarella.
Fry it all day
We get our
long.
mozzarella. This is a plug. They didn't give me any money for this. We get our prosciutto di Parma, our pecorino, our roasted peppers, and our mozzarella from Rosario's on Ditmars. It's
Really?
the absolute best.
Rosario's. I gotta go check them out.
Salamoria in Astoria.
Oh, that
Okay.
sounds
If you
good.
want a nice
Now I want
sandwich
that.
too.
Rosario's.
Oh.
The bakery there is great too.
Rose and Joe's across the street. Have a nice piece of pizza.
Nice.
Rosario has a good pizza too.
So what made you believe that this had to be told? That, this film had to be done the way you wanted it to be done, out there in the streets with all these different characters that really have some issues.
Well, if I'm going to fund a film, and I got to tell people that if you can't back yourself, you can't back anyone,
Right.
right? Because we throw our pearls among swine on many different television shows and wannabe films, and they never get anywhere,
Right.
right? Because 99% of all independent films never make it to screen.
Yeah, exactly.
And less than half of them get even distributed. So less than half of that 1% get distributed. And after we did the first couple of scenes, my director of photography was an Emmy Award-winning camera guy, George Zouvelos. He works for CBS and others. He looked at me and he goes to me, "Nobody writes like this. You got something here."
Oh, that was a nice compliment when
I
you
ha-
first started.
I had 1,500 pages of material. So we took a bunch of it, we send it in, we said we're going to do these scenes out of it because we have character development, almost like a TV series.
Yeah. that's great.
And I put my money where my mouth is, and I had some people, small contributions, and they're paying for some of the food. And it's been 3 years.
So from beginning to finish was 3 years?
Well, the story started in 1992, I think, when I wrote Eve and Adam and dumped it in a coffee can with all the little things that I've seen. And that's what I wanted to talk about earlier. You say, everybody, how do you can make it so deep? And us New Yorkers, we live, whether you ride the train, ride the bus, you deal with some of the gabons in the neighborhood. The idea is, if you wrote down a little journal of some
Every
of the
day,
things,
right?
you could have a life filled with stories.
Yeah.
And I encourage people to do that. Don't write anything illegal, because if you get caught, next thing you know, you're going to go to jail for writing a bad thought.
Right.
The idea is to write the
Right.
3 sentences of a treatment, 4 sentences like I did. And I put Eve and Adam, and I wrote what I wrote, a modern day Odysseus tumbles through a merciless life while balancing on a razor's edge. And it's a guy who meets a girl. And they're both married to others, right? And their partners are not giving them what they want. And it's not just sex, it's about believing in the other person.
Yeah, and supporting that person on maybe something she really wanted to do and didn't get that support.
Right, or
I
and,
could relate to that.
and some people are, they live their whole life in regret, and I tell people, we're human, and we're gonna falter, we're gonna stumble, and you're gonna fall down, but get up.
Every day.
And move in any direction, but always move forward, because the cemeteries around this earth are filled with unfinished business and regret.
Oh, that's a statement.
That's a good way to put it.
It's
And
a true statement.
I don't
really.
want to be one of those people.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That's why every day you got to get up and do what you got to do.
You get up, you say your prayers, you thank the Lord for the day because it wasn't
Yes.
promised, and you're not going to be. Try to be the best you can.
It's not always going to be great.
It's not. It's
No.
not. Nobody is infallible.
And we're not going to be perfect. It's just.
And
do
every
the
now
best
and then you can
as
have your shit house party.
Right.
You could do your shit day, but then you got to get up the next morning and say, okay, enough of that.
Yeah, but you got to live with yourself at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Exactly. Right.
Right.
And you can't look for kudos and accolades.
It's nice to get them, but
You can't expect them.
no. If you expect anything in today's world, guess what?
In
You're
this,
gonna be
in this
disappointed.
industry, a handful of people will say, you did a good job, kid.
Yeah.
Most of the time, they're like, my 3 friends didn't like it. I said, yeah, but my 7 friends did, so they're going to watch the second film. Your 3 friends are never going to watch this
Exactly.
again.
Well, that's true.
Exactly.
So now, how did New York City, the background, become the world of Adam?
Because that's where I'm from.
Okay. Okay.
I worked the streets for 25 years. The stories are mine.
So why did you want to shoot the film in the New York locations rather than in a soundstage somewhere fabulous?
I could have shot it. I have Robert De Niro's Wildflower Studios that is behind my house. I have Kaufman Astoria Studios and the Museum of
Yeah, I've
Moving
never
Image.
been to Kaufman.
You have Silver Cup Studios.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're right near it. The big one.
First of all, why would I want, at my budget point,
Right, it's more expensive.
Right.
to film something that recreates what I see every day on the street?
Exactly.
That's true.
And when it comes to locations, I got more juice than Tropicana, and anybody will tell you that.
I like that.
So
Good line. I'm going to steal
I
it.
would go up and I'm sure I stole it from somebody else, but it sounds about appropriate. And no matter where we would go, they'd be like, "Oh, George, let's film here," and then I would set it up, and that's where we would film.
Now, in the beginning, when you started to tell me about emergency, you worked in emergency areas. How did the service of the, emergency service, the law enforcement groups, and the public service background influence the reality of what you were trying to show in the film?
Well, when you're an emergency services worker, whether you're a paramedic, a fireman, a police officer, a nurse, a doctor in the emergency room, etc., you build a block of your consciousness because some of the things we see is
Too
are
much.
horrific,
Right.
and you get this morbid sense of humor, almost morose, where if you're not talking to your contemporaries, you sound like you're.
It's like when you watch TV and, the cops are saying they have to walk out of the room or whatever. That's what you mean, right? Like,
Things of that nature.
Yeah.
And when you're able to translate your thoughts into words and then translate the words into acting
Action.
and then the acting onto screen, what you get successfully is art imitating reality is what we have in its most obvious form, where you can recognize it and say, the biggest compliment I got was your casting was so good, the actors didn't seem like they were acting.
right. Well, that's
It
very
didn't seem
true.
like you were acting. It seemed like the relationship between you and Eve was organic. Like there's something going on between you two. That Franz was my former partner at some point. It didn't seem like it was just an organic. And instead of getting actors to pretend to be that way, I got actors that have lived life.
With similar little situations.
Yeah, and the new actors ask me, how do you become a better actor? I said, I don't know, I'm not the better actor yet, but what I would encourage you is go to school, learn the ABC 1, 2, 3s of acting and filmmaking if that's what you want to do, like I did. But live your life, live, love, laugh, hurt.
Right.
Go to plays, go to the opera, go to
That is
the
an
ballet.
education. It's so true.
Go to stage theaters, go to public performances. Hurt, love with all your heart, and and you're going to get hurt, and those emotions you'll always remember.
Well, one thing I always say is every day if you laugh and you cry, and it's a good day, because you did a lot of something that made your emotions feel that way.
Sure.
That's something that I always say to everyone. If you laughed and you cried today, it's a good day.
Right.
But with how you were as Adam Galanis, did I say that right? How does that represent to you morally, emotionally? I mean, you were probably so happy to bring this into fruition because, from what I could tell, you know, you were acting out scenes that many people have had issues with in their life. Is that so?
It is true.
Yeah.
I took real life emotions, problems with spouses, problems with your paramour, for example, things that tragedy that happens in
Things
life.
might have seen,
Thi-
you know, in
things that-
passing on the street.
Things that you have regrets for.
Right.
Yes.
You know, decisions that you wish you would have made differently. Adam is riddled with guilt because everywhere he goes, his collateral damage is adding up, and it's based on his bombastic, which is basically one of my alter egos. When it comes, I take myself the way I am, and I do the opposite, and I'm like, I become that person, and it's not a big reach for me. You know, it's me, but not me.
Right, right. Well, you seem, you know, normally since I've gotten to know you, you're a softy. You're easygoing, but
Don't let the people know that.
no, but real, you know, from the times that we've had conversations.
Most people are scared of me for some reason.
Nah, I didn't get scared of
My
you at
kids
all.
are not scared of me.
I'm
That's
not
all.
I don't scare easily.
You might
so.
be tall, but I'm not scared.
Good.
I actually love George.
Good.
I
I experienced that growing up when I was walking down the street at night. People would cross the street, and I was 340 pounds.
Yeah, but you're
So
tall.
I was a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But the idea is,
But you're like a teddy bear.
I'm glad you feel that way.
Well-
My wife thinks I'm a teddy bear.
So now your children, how old are they?
26, 25, 24, and 15
Wow, you got a baby. Is
And
it
my-
a girl? Is the baby a girl?
is the boy.
Oh, okay. That's
And
better.
and Christina is going to make me a grandfather come July.
Oh, congrats.
Very
So we
nice.
got to drink to that
Congratulations.
again. Woo-hoo.
That's nice.
I had nothing to do with it.
So the film's sort of like, from what I read, it's described as refusing to glamorize crime. Like, you weren't making it look any better than what it is.
It is what it is.
And that your intention, you know, was that your intention from the beginning, or did it just grow to that? You wanted it as is, as bad as it was, to be seen.
I had the luxury of growing up with a lot of these kinds of people.
Right. Luxury.
Well, because I can write about it.
Right. Because when you say luxury, I mean, you know,
I-
I would have been scared shit.
You know, a lot of these people, you know, I had them like uncles
Yeah.
because they were kind to me. They weren't kind to everybody.
No, you had to be in the right place at the right time, right?
And I wasn't the focus of their wrath
Right.
or collections or whatever. You know, I was young and an idiot. You know, their frontal lobes don't really develop till later on in life to kind of realize consequence. Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, the consequences.
But
Yeah,
I
sweet.
hear their voices as they speak, the cadence of their voices.
So when you were younger, like, you must have been some deep guy to have all this.
I was pretty dopey.
You were?
Yeah, pretty dopey. You know, I was always a big boy, and I was the kind of kid that in the schoolyard I'd sit there with my either peanut butter and jelly sandwich or tuna fish sandwich, and I'd see somebody picking on my friend, and then my little friend would turn towards me and point. And
then you would get
and
up.
then no, I wouldn't get up. I still eat my sandwich. I didn't have a dog in that hunt.
They used him as
Right.
whoa.
And then the guy would come up to me and go, you know, your friend just told me that if I mess with him, you're going to show him how tough you are, how tough he is. And I punch him in the face. And then I continue eating my sandwich. Because I didn't want to have a fight.
Because you really didn't want to get involved.
And you know what? That person would back off. Because I had nothing to lose. I wanted to finish my sandwich.
Right. Well, you like to eat.
I did like to eat. I still like to eat. I still think like a fat guy.
Don't we? We all like to eat.
Oh, and his mother cooks, let me tell you.
Yeah, and
can't
so do
wait to
you.
meet her.
I know, but his mother, she does the Greek end. I was there filming a
Yeah,
scene.
I used to cook.
And I was going
What
crazy.
was, what was the
used-
favorite thing you like to cook?
Chicken parmesan,
Yeah.
baked ziti, lasagna. I made everything. I lived in a 3-room apartment, and we had a table big enough for the whole house. But I gave it up at 50.
Yeah.
50, I passed the baton to my daughter.
Fran had us over the house. She made meatballs, sausages, eggplant, and cutlets
Yeah.
with a delicious sauce. Not gravy
Fran's
sauce.
still cooking.
It was red,
Yeah.
right? And we all talk about it.
I call her around.
I can't
She
do
can
it.
make a
I
bit.
just can't do
But
it.
you know what? I did cook. I made dinners in a 3-room apartment. We lived on top of a pizzeria. I don't need
my
to tell
God.
you. But we did. And we lived in a 3-room apartment and we always had the family. And now it's a different, when I turned 50, a lot of my life changed. So that's
love cooking.
okay. But Bobby, what else do we have out there we could show? And then Fran's going to take over and do some cues into this wonderful man I'm finding so much about. We have a few shots, I think, once a week for life.
I love that.
Yeah, some of our critics and periodical reviews, which I was stunned to see them.
A raw crime film and the necessary argument for independent cinema.
Who said that?
National Enquirer. How the hell did you get in there?
I have no
Wow.
idea.
I know.
I also have an outstanding publicist. Her name is Jane Owen. Jane Owen, Public Relations.
Really?
Yeah.
And the crime film that refuses to lie to you, Zouvelos' film captures the true New York in a mason jar. That's a statement.
What is that? Elucid or the Eyes on Hollywood?
Elucid magazine. What did Movie Maker say, Fran?
I don't know. When I saw half of these, I was like, wow. All right, the movie make a New York crime drama that nods to its influences while carving out a voice of its own. A lived experience, moral ambiguity, and the construction. I can't read that. My glasses are really not good right now. What's it?
Lived experience. Where are you? Here.
I can't see. My glasses are not
Moral
Can't see good.
ambiguity and the contradictions of the truth of real people.
It's a fact.
good. Glasses are not good.
Now, your own Greek News USA, a reflection on emotional honesty and the quiet weight of conscience. These statements are very clear.
People who reviewed the film actually saw it.
Yeah. Well, I
The
hope
Cosmos
so.
is
Yeah, me too.
amazing. Did you see Cosmos? The film did not disappoint. Once a Week for Life is a gritty New York crime saga with a Greek-American heart and soul, and that's true.
And that
The
is
diner
very important,
scenes and so on.
especially for you as a Greek and your family.
Yeah.
And that's I mean, all these reviews, did these come out like one at a time, or did they come out more
I would
one
get
week?
they take their time and they review the film whenever they feel like it's right. And there's no guarantee that any of them would write about it. I mean, you send it out,
Yeah.
you send a screener out to 20, 30, and so far we've gotten 15 of them. And that's just a taste of, which means they took the time out with all the
To
other films.
see
It's not
it.
acting like an indie film.
No.
That's one thing.
No, not at all. Now, Flatluck Studios, is that? Tell
my
me
company.
about that.
It's my
That's
production
yours.
company. It's
Oh, so that's all the things you've ever done, and you've done there.
well, Fiat Lux, by its very definition, it's in John 1. This is "Let there be light." That's what it means. So we put the light on the
Oh.
truth.
Wow.
That's the word
Another
in Latin.
thing I wanted to ask you, the soundtrack of this movie. I told you I love the opening from the one with the bridge, and I listened to a lot of the music in there.
I composed and orchestrated that
You
track.
did all that?
Yeah, and Billy
was
Galatis
amazing.
arranged it.
I love that. It's like I play it sometimes just to listen to it. Just puts me in a good feeling.
Now, when we first started the Breakfast Club, we had this saying, but I can't remember it for a minute, but it was a Greek saying, and it was about honor. It was a word. Can you think of the word? Because I can't remember it. It was about honor, and that was one of our buzzwords in the Breakfast Club. But I can't remember the word.
Dimi?
No, maybe it was another one. Because if I called Chris, he was Greek. He was part of
He's
the
your
club.
resident Greek.
Yeah, we started out. I mean, in the diner, talking in the diner, and that was one of the words. And it was we meet, we eat, and we seek. And these people all had this thing about them, which was all about honor, and it's a word. It's a Greek word. I just don't remember.
Is it
right now.
Philotimo?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's it.
What
See?
is it? Philotimo?
It's the
Philotimo.
Philotimo is the
That's it. He came up with it.
honor of being honorable
Yes.
without looking for recognition from others.
And we used to
doing the
go
right thing.
out in diners, all the girls. One man, he was the only man. And we used to wear things that say Philotimo, ask us.
Friends of honor.
Yes.
Ah.
And that's how this whole thing started 16
Learned
years
something
ago,
new.
believe it or not.
It's an
grown
ancient-
into other
It
things.
is a Byzantine concept in the Hellenic that
Philotimo,
you
that was
cannot
it.
teach that to your kids besides seeing them demonstrate it.
And also because they see you.
They can only see it by learned activities. So
Right.
if you're kind, empathetic, compassionate, you can't tell the kid you got to be kind, empathetic. It's
Yeah.
not going to work.
Yeah.
They have
It's
to
the way you
learn.
hold someone's hand.
Right.
You know, that's what going back to that elderly and infirm,
Right.
people who are unable to do for themselves.
Right.
And I taught my kids, always help people no matter what they can do for you in return.
Don't expect anything back.
Exactly.
Not only that, but you seek to do the right thing by people that can never repay you.
Right.
And you could be disappointed if you expect that.
Yeah, well, not to expect.
Right. But as an Italian, I'm going to be honest, I'm old school, but my mother did teach me not to expect. But I kind of expected as I kept doing so much.
Listen,
for
the
people.
Greeks are not unlike the Italians. They keep the book with the boost at the wedding.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
they remember, and they're
exactly.
like, take 100 out. This thing sucked.
Yeah. But
Greeks are
I'm
just
getting
like
better
the
at
Italians.
it. But the more slappings you get from people,
Yeah.
the better off you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't make that mistake again.
Yeah, no, you're right.
But, I had quite a few beatings.
I mean, so wooden spoons and brooms, spoon handles, and whatever.
Yeah. So, why don't you ask him a few questions?
All right, so this is my glass. I just cleaned them. All right, so your Greek American heritage shaped the film's themes of consciousness, loyalty, family, and sacrifice.
How did that, yeah.
So you wrote and directed and produced, acted, narrated, composed for the film. What was the hardest role to carry on this?
Funding it.
Money.
Amen.
That's
I know
very
that's.
true.
I can imagine.
Everything that I did with the film, with the good actors that I had in the support group on the back end, was a pure joy. It was the biggest honor of my life to work with some of these people.
Well, God.
And a lot of them are my personal friends now. The distribution of the film I was shepherdized through it with a good friend, Nick L.I.B.C, who's one of the producers on the film. And Nick says, I'm going to help you no matter what. It's somebody I know since we're kids, right? And he owns Brand Cinema, who's part of this film. And also was George Zouvelos, who's the DP. And now with Bakla Velvet, which is Bill Galatis, he's the editor. And everything costs money. Even if you don't pay retail, it still costs money.
Right.
And I hate asking people for money.
It's a hard thing.
I don't mind asking for like a not-for-profit,
Right.
you
But
know,
when it's
the
for
wives
yourself.
and widows and orphans.
Yes.
I have no
Right,
problem
right,
We
with
do a
that.
lot of that too.
But when it comes to asking for me, it's almost, I don't have a sense
Yeah.
of entitlement, so it's kind of like I cringe, but I have to
No,
do
but,
it.
you had some 22-year-old guys and girls, they would have no problem asking for money.
I know.
Right?
But you know what it is, when you get our age, you realize how difficult it is to make it
That's true.
Right.
That's
right.
very
exactly.
true.
Exactly.
and keep it.
Yeah. All right. So then we also. So what kind of audience do you think will connect most deeply with Once a Week for Life? And what do you want people to feel when the film ends?
Well, the audiences will vary based on their own programming. And I know that
Of themselves, you mean? Of
Yeah.
who they are?
Right.
Deep in their soul?
it just seems that I go by what Siskel and Ebert used to say. A film to me is good if it made me forget I had a load of laundry to do. I had to move my car for alternate side of the street parking. But that being said, I've had people that were 35 send me notes, 45, 50. People who like real, unpretentious crime action thrillers.
Right.
And they like a story that's not rushed to be told,
Right.
where the creators let you make a decision on who you want to root for in the film. And you're able to do that pretty quickly.
Yes.
And once in a while, I like him. I know that Adam Galanis, one reviewer said, I feel like I have a cousin that's Adam. Everybody knows somebody who's
Well,
like Adam.
that's true. That reminds them of a situation that they dealt with that
Or
person.
the way the character is, you know. We used to
Right.
say back in the day, my mother used to say, oh, your uncle, you know, he's a little funny. You know.
I think I know
you know,
what that meant.
You know, funny me, he could have been a little bots.
yeah,
you know.
It could have been crazy, right?
think everybody
He could
has
have been a little
little-
ACDC, a little off.
Right.
There's a whole bunch
Right.
of.
Yeah,
my
it could have
family.
been a
But he
number
was
of things. It
he
could
was
have
the
been
nicest guy on
doing
the
something
planet.
over here that nobody wanted to see.
Right.
I mean, could have been just about anything.
But he was the nicest guy on the planet who'd take the shirt off his
Yeah,
back.
he would do anything for you, but.
Right? But on the street, he was known as a terror.
Right. Right.
You know. So everybody has somebody that knows like that, and then everybody knows somebody like Diana Durango, and everybody knows somebody like
yeah.
Dick Grant Tulane, who's a cut above, you know, the serious guy who's extremely smart. He's the protagonist in the film, Captain Levy, Zeke Levy, and you got Arthur Hugh that came down from Boston with Jimmy Schertz, and Arthur plays my partner, Sergeant Duffy, and Jimmy Schertz plays her estranged husband. Jimmy Schertz plays Matteo Giambroni.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to write it with a Giambrone and with a J, but that would have been too obvious.
Oh no.
He's a Giambrone, right?
Well, that and Donna was her name, the main women character. What's her name?
Durango? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Durango.
I got to meet her. I mean, I did meet her.
Diana will do your show.
Diana is
amazing.
fabulous.
And then you have
gorgeous.
Diana Durango is
what
very
a
nice.
dress she had
She's
on.
sweet too.
I mean, who could wear a dress and look perfect like that in that dress?
Diana is something else. But you have Oksana Lada, you also got Donna Joy.
Yes.
Oh, of course. Donna I know
Right.
forever. Yes.
Frankie, the bartender's daughter, Christina Mavronis, another very good actor. Bruce Sosia plays the bad guy. You look at Bruce, he looks like that bad guy.
Yeah.
But you know, he's probably not, right?
No.
In real life.
Right.
The
no.
sweetest person, most likely.
Right,
Well,
exactly.
A lot of the guys that you have are dolls. You know, they play different, but they're dolls out there.
And then
know.
you have William Petrano from Staten Island. William plays Frankie, the bartender.
Yeah. Oh, he's so funny. He cracks me up.
And then the nurses at the bar, you have
Marie.
Marie,
Springer.
right?
Springer?
She plays, you know, she's a retired second grade detective,
Yes.
right? And then you have Deborah,
Yes.
right? And then you have Marilyn Forward,
Yeah.
and then you have Laurie Cortez Buckeye,
Yeah.
right? And they all have a different cadence. One's from Coney Island, the other one's from Jersey, the other one's
Well,
from
that's
Staten
what makes
Island.
it work so well because they're all different.
They're like, do you want me to talk any different? I'm like, no.
Be yourself. Be yourself.
And I'm like, use people, talk the way you're talking.
Right. Mhm.
My mother's originally from Staten Island, so
Oh, okay.
so you know the way they were speaking was like cadence in my ear. You know, it was a sweet cadence.
Absolutely.
Sure.
I love it.
Wow.
I didn't want people. I wanted them to play the role as themselves
Yeah.
and execute like they did. And the editing is the writing is not done until the editing is done. That's what my editor would tell you.
Yeah.
Because you cut you mid sentence.
Right. Well, they're gonna cut
And
you.
even rearrange your words how you
Right.
said them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
Well,
we do
thank
that.
God you have that editor. I mean,
The whole feeling of this film is just natural. It's just I didn't feel like I was in a film that we had a script with. Believe it, I just felt like we just went on with real life.
And it wasn't all Greek. It wasn't all
No,
Italian. You had a mix of different nationalities, which makes it.
The character happens to be Greek,
Yes.
but that's it,
Yeah.
right? We're not slamming you in the face with tzatziki sauce, you know.
No,
what I'm
but
saying?
Greeks and Italians are similar.
That we are similar, but then we're different in the ways that we show in the film,
Right.
right? Like when I go and I sit with my father and my mother when I go visit my sick mother,
Yes.
right?
Right.
That he could be Italian, he could be Jewish, he could be Turkish, he could be Italian.
Right. Right.
That's
right.
how sons who admire their mother. You only have one mother, right?
Right.
Right.
And Fran will tell you I'm as delicate with my mother,
Oh, I could tell.
you know.
I could tell. But just
yeah.
whether you.
And my
whether
mom's a little person too. She's not like 5'10". She's
Yeah,
you know
she's
she's like
tiny.
5'3".
Well,
like me.
just when I met you in the audience that day, you were so kind. I'm like, oh my God, he's like a son. You helped me. You get me a chair. Yeah, you just.
Yeah, I didn't even know you had a podcast. If not, I would have got you a drink.
Well, because it's Mother's Day, and I don't know, I have this thing in my heart about moms. I got your mother a little something.
Oh, thank you.
Does your mother wear pins?
She does.
Well, Susan and I picked out a pin for your mother.
Thank you, Susan.
And this is for your mother because I'm sure she
Thank you.
prays to St. Anthony.
Sant'Antoni, yes.
Yes.
Sometimes.
And then, because you're very special.
A lot of gifts today.
Okay.
I
you
can't wait to get in the car and
this.
eat the bread.
This is a special candle.
Gotta
that
get the butter first.
when you go home, you and your wife will enjoy the smell of it.
That's very kind. Thank you.
Okay.
Can I take a whiff?
Yeah, sure.
What is it?
It's a special candle.
Oh,
It's
okay.
special.
It's going to have romance in the air.
Yeah, I already got elevated in here.
So, and of course, you get all my information because you're going to tell everybody, please watch, like, and share. This is a great film. Tell them how to watch it, or we know
First
what
of
you're.
all, I want to say thank you for inviting both of us. I know Fran's a mainstay out here, and I love the studio. I love what he did in here.
Bobby Lacera, he made
Give him a hand. Bobby did an
Yes,
outstanding
Bobby
job.
is
Thank you,
fabulous.
Bobby.
And he just started school for people that want to do a podcast. There's a training now here a few times a week. If you're interested, call me. I'll put you in touch with Bobby. People love it. Even the kids, they have nothing to do all summer. Send your teenagers. Because
Tell them the name of the studio.
Well, it's Paradise Studios.
There you go.
Tina Valentina, and we'll set you up right away. And it's great. And on Friday nights, he has open mic here.
Yeah.
And they have a ball here. Like you see all
bet.
those chairs, they have a ball.
Well, the film is called Once a Week for Life. You can watch it on Amazon Prime, Apple TV, Dish Network, Direct-to-TV, Fandango at Home, YouTube.
Everywhere.
You can watch. You can if you put it on in your browser. We're not on Netflix yet or whatever, but we
only
want
a
as
matter
many
of
people
time.
as possible to be able to see it. And we didn't make it like $8.99 to buy. I think it's $3.99, $4.99 to buy, to rent, and like $12 to own it. If
Really, which is great.
it's one of 3 films. The second film comes out at the end of the year. So, if you want to support independent filmmaking, and encourage the independent filmmakers to try to marry unknown actors, but they're outstanding actors,
Yes.
with more known actors, that's the best thing for their reel.
And not only that, if people like you that are enhancing people our age, like me and Fran, we're a similar age bracket. I never knew I could do this. And, it only happened because I got involved after losing my job, volunteering a lot. And then I wrote my book. And, so I have 2 books for you.
Thank you.
Both for your wife and your mom. Share them.
Good.
This is In Love and Friendship. It's a very sad story, but okay, about my best friend and me and this little girl.
Okay.
And my dream was one of these days to do it. This is my From Fire to Freedom book, which is about 79 women on Long Island that got fired because they were too smart, too old, and made too much money. And that's how the Long Island Breakfast Club started, in diners. And that's how, when you read this, it's funny. There's a lot of us, we're quite characters.
I'm dying to laugh.
Yeah, and my dream was someday bring back the Breakfast Club movie, only it's us, the oldies.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
wow.
So someday it might
That should be
happen. You never
interesting.
know.
Thank you.
And they're all true, including the prostitute story.
I like that.
Good, you got a bag of goodies over
Yeah,
there.
so today
I
you're
should have brought
going-
my trade fair bag.
You're going home with the bank today because I
Wow.
truly am very impressed.
Yes.
And also, I'm very interested because look at me and Susan. She was in the Fontanas as well with me.
Susan,
She played the waitress. I mean, we never thought we would do this ever.
why not?
But we're doing it now. And my last film is coming out in a few weeks. It's called Max. I play the Italian mother again of a son who has autism, who falls in love with an Asian girl. I'm not happy because I'm the Italian mother.
Sure.
But it's a great film. It's on YouTube already. It's called Max. But we're going to have a screening in about 3 weeks.
Let me know.
And I'm so
right.
excited about it.
Oh, wow.
And my family, I don't know if you've ever had this. My family thinks I'm nuts. They're like, what are you doing again? What are you doing now? What are you doing? You know what? I'm having fun.
I tell you, we're out here in Massapequa. When I met you out at the Belmore movies
Yes.
with somebody that Fran had connected with, Henry and his wife,
Yes.
they're such nice people, and I'm forever grateful for them.
Yeah.
They treated us like family.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
They're
And
wonderful.
you really have to support independent films like mine, hopefully mine. But in general, independent filmmakers, the actors, the independent theaters. Because if you leave it, they're going to try to stifle with this AI. But we don't have any AI. We use almost no
Yeah.
CGI in this film.
Good.
And not because we didn't have a budget to do it, it's because we value the natural performances of people, real
That's
people.
right.
Yeah.
And
40 seconds.
yeah, and just watch Once a Week for Life. Thank you for
So
having us.
where do they reach you? On Facebook? How do you like to be talked to?
You can reach me out on Facebook, George Zouvelos. They're going to put my name up somewhere. It's in the text, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll be showing
Instagram
everything.
mostly. No unsolicited pictures, please.
No. No sex pictures.
No, it's unsolicited, I said. I got enough drama in my life.
Okay. And if you need them, you could call me, you could call Fran. We are a phone call away, and we are here. And everybody, Watch the movie once a week for life. Check it out. You're going to love it. And you're going to be intense watching it. And you might want to watch it a second time.
Buy it.
And look forward to the second.
And that's a wrap.
Perfect.